One of the biggest challenges in solo boating is getting your boat going quickly forward. You see a lot of people take a forward stroke and a backstroke and a forward stroke and then a backstroke and not really get anywhere. This video will cover 3 approaches to get your boat going quickly. The first approach is based on the C-stroke, where you use a bow draw to pull the bow over, take a forward stroke to get your momentum, and then a stern pry or another good correction stroke to keep it going straight. Bow draw, pull the bow over, forward stroke for a little bit of power, coming way back here and taking a good stern pry to keep it in a straight line. What you'll notice is in practice, I actually blend these strokes. So I pull the C in, go right into that forward stroke, and then right into the correction. For this technique, it's essential you have good strokes. So a good bow draw, grab that over, a short vertical forward stroke, and a stern pry that is in line with your boat. There are 2 common mistakes I see with the C-stroke. First is a reliance on the bow draw and not a good reliance on a good stern pry. So people will do a bow draw, they'll take the forward stroke, it'll go way over here, they'll do another bow draw, take another forward stroke, and eventually you're off camera. The second common mistake I see is a bad stern pry. So you get everything ready to go, you pull the bow over, take a good forward stroke, and then you take your stern pry here, which pulls it backwards. I use this approach often when catching eddies. So I'm catching an eddy, I come into the eddy, I've done my bow draw, I go a little past where I'm going, aiming at, and then do that forward stroke. The second approach I use is using a combination of forward and cross forward strokes. So it's all forward strokes to get power. So I come over, I'll do a cross forward, forward, and there I'm going. If you think in terms of a clock, when I'm taking my cross forward, I'm going to be somewhere around 10 to 11 o'clock. I'll take my cross forward, come all the way to about 1, and then I get right to 12 o'clock and go straight. I use this approach a lot when I'm just trying to get forward speed, get going quickly fast. So again, I can even do another cross. You can do multiple combinations depending which way your boat's facing. So if my boat's facing over this way, I can take a forward, come over, cross forward, and then I'm going. An eddy in my offside. So I come in, I do my cross bow draw, bring it over a little bit beyond vertical, cross forward, forward, right on in. Probably the biggest mistake I see with this approach is a bad cross forward stroke. So sometimes you'll see one with no power, people trying to do all arms, getting no power, or they'll take it out, they'll bring their boat over this way. So you're doing the third approach is using a good forward stroke, power stopping at your knee, vertical paddle, and then a correction stroke. So I come in, I get a very vertical paddle, and a little correction stroke, and I'm already going in my straight line. What you may notice is I even get a little bit over vertical. So I'm getting my blade almost this way underneath the hull of my boat. So I can come up underneath. I can just do power with no correction and get it going in a straight line. So if I'm a little over vertical and I come underneath my boat, almost need no correction, probably still a little bit. I find this approach to be essential when you have one stroke to get on a surfing wave, or you're in an eddy, you have one stroke to get out. Having this technique dialed in is very important. So if you have challenges with this, ask yourself 3 questions. Is my paddle vertical or over vertical? Is my stroke short power to my knee only, or does it come behind me? And what's my correction stroke look like? Is it T-grip hand outside the boat? Is it T-grip hand outside the boat and a short motion? Or is your T-grip hand inside the boat and it's a backstroke?